Effective leadership will result from commitment to good governance. Nigerians simply want effective leadership, the kind achieved when leaders show humility, restraint, and respect for limitations on their powers and give primacy to the needs, welfare, and rights of citizens. Those are the concerns of my guest, who has given quality attention to the needs and welfare his senatorial district needs at every point and time. Welcome to New Representative, the program that bridges the visible gap between lawmakers and their constituents. I am Mariah Olashende. But first, let's meet my guest, Senator Yusuf Abubakar Yusuf. Senator Yusuf Abubakar Yusuf was born on November the 5th, 1956 in Ngoroje. He went to Ahmadu Bello University where he studied economics and graduated in 1980. He holds a master's degree in economics from the University of East Anglia, UK in 1983. In May 1996, he took appointment as Executive Director in Global Inspection Services to handle the pre-shipment inspection of Nigerian exports. He is a member of the Senate representing Taraba Central Senatorial District. Senator Yusuf Abubakar Yusuf is currently serving his second term at the Red Chambers. He was recently appointed as a member of the APC Caretaker Committee, an extraordinary convention planning committee representing the Senate arm of the National Assembly. Senator Yusuf Abubakar Yusuf, who is the Chairman Special Duties Committee and Vice Chairman Cooperation and Integration in Africa, NEPAD, is also a member House Committee on Banking, Insurance and Financial Institutions, Capital Markets, Finance, National Planning and Economic Affairs, Power, Trade and Investment. He is a proud member of the All Progressives Congress and is happily married with children.
Whatever we do, if we do not look at areas that we are going to improve of doing business in Nigeria, we are going to lose a lot. Many businesses are moving to Ghana, they are moving to Togo, they are moving to Benin, they are moving to other countries of West Africa. All is because the ease of doing business is not, are taken seriously in this country.
Mr. Tonda, you never finished my car.
Mama T, I think they do I go finish am soon.
I know they like as they do.
Sorry, madam.
Hello? You no gree. You no tell am say na this kuje I want am. And I dey buy 2 plots. And I'm even paying outrightly. Okay, oh.
Mama T, you mean I say you won't buy land for this kuje?
Yes, but all these developers and they do shakara.
Why you not try cheap people? They do 40% discount.
Yes, you heard right. 40% discount on all our lands in Kuje from September to December. For further details, please visit 12 Moronvia Street, Usetu, Abuja, or call. Or visit www.tpompeyconcept.com. T-Pompey, the developer that cares.
Hello? Wetin happen? I beg. I don't see where I go buy land. T-Pompey Concept.
Building the Nigeria we love will come about through good governance and the ingenuity and resourcefulness of our citizens. The people of Taraba Central Senatorial District have applauded the senator representing them, Senator Yusuf Abubakar Yusuf, for giving them quality representation in education, empowerment, infrastructure, water, scholarships in all the local government areas in Taraba Central Senatorial District. The reports. This is Taraba Central Senatorial District and it has 5 local government areas: Uromi, Sadauna Best, Bali, Baisa, Gashaka and Gaso local governments. Senator Yusuf has sponsored capital projects and construction of solar-powered borehole in all the 5 local governments. Know Your Representative caught up with some of the beneficiaries who say they are satisfied with what Senator Yusuf is doing in terms of development in their senatorial districts.
Bari muka ce ya kamata tunda muna wahalar ruwa ya kamata a yi satin bohol ɗaya guda ɗaya a garbace di kuma da aka kawo ne muka iya kokarin mu domin a yi satin nasa a wannan anguwan din saboda irin wahalhalu da yake sha na ruwa domin a lokacin din sai mun je wasu bohula da suke nearby suna nan nesa da mu ba zai kai kilomita guda ba kam amma dai yana dan nisa da wannan anguwan din to amma saboda haka wancan lokacin din muna da wahalhalun ruwa to amma yanzu da Allah ya kawo wannan bohol an samu sauki kuma bohol ne wanda tunda aka yi shi mu wannan bohol bai taba tsayuwa ba tunda aka yi bohol din 2014 bai taba tsayuwa ba sai dai dan gyare-gyare kawai wanda ba za a rasa ba wanda muke dan yi.
Mun gode wa Allah, mun gode kuma da Allah ya kawo mana wannan gwamnati nasa ya yi mana taimako tun da yanzu ruwa ba yankewa. Da kuma mun sha wahalar ruwa sai mun kai mil 3 mil 4 a ji a ɗauko ruwa. Amma mu an gwamnati tun da muka samu wannan sola mu yi Allah godiya.
Lallai sha Allah lokacin da ba wannan bofin muna cikin matsala na ruwa dan sai an je guri mai nisa a samu ruwan za a sha. Amma cikin ikon Allah wannan taliki da Allah ya taimaka mana gaskiya Allah saka masa alkhairi mun ji daɗi kuma muna masa godiya bayan muna godiya wa Allah muna kuma gode masa Allah ce da shi gaba kan wannan aiki Allah ƙara masa a imani da adalci na ci gaba da irin waɗannan ayyukan da ya sa gaba yake yi.
A gaskiya bayanin da zan yi akan wannan bohol sai dai mu ma senator addu'a Allah ya sa masa albarka. Mun dade muna shan wahala muna zuwa muna tafiya wurin kilomita nawa mu je mu ɗebo ruwa amma sanadiyan wannan bohol yanzu ba mu shan wahala maganar ruwa mun samu ingantaccen ruwan sha ba matsala ta gefe ruwan sha. Muna masa godiya Allah ya ɗaukaka shi har gaba.
Mun yi farin ciki dangane da aikin da ya mana domin ruwa muna samun ruwa yadda ya kamata.
Kira da zan yi wa mutanenmu na wannan yanki shine su kara ba da goyon baya ga Senator Yusuf Yusuf. Idan ko da zaɓe na gaba ya zo a mara masa baya saboda yadda ya yi wannan kokarin insha Allahu muna kyautata zaton zai iya kawo mana wutar lantarki a nan kamar yadda ya kawo mana ruwan sha muna kyautata zaton haka daga gare shi. Ina kira ga masoyan Yusuf na wannan shashi jama'an wannan shashi dai kawai ina kiransu da duk lokaci na zabe idan ya zo a bashi goyon baya 100% a zabe shi. Duk wanda ya maka ruwan sha to fiye da ruwan sha zai maka gaba in Allah ya yarda.
In February 2020, Senator Yusuf also organized training in fish farming and fingerlings production for his senatorial district. To improve the economic skills of the women, he also organized a women's skill and acquisition empowerment program.
Gaskiya mun samu rashin ruwa kamar da dama kafin na mu samu wannan bohol. Zai kasance wani lokaci ma mu jika kayan mu kwana biyu ma ba mu wanke shi ba. To masu garuwan mai da muka neme su ba mu samu sai mun tafi can anguwa mai nisa sannan mu zo sannan mu ɗebo mana ruwa yara su kawo. Wani lokacin ma in ba mu samu yan garuwa ba mukan kwana da yunwa wani lokaci saboda rashin ruwa. Gaskiya na yi farin ciki kan babban farin ciki ma sosai ba ni kaɗai ba dukkan anguwanmu nan mun yi farin ciki da wannan sabon bohol ɗin. Domin yanzu ba mu da matsalan ruwa kan dai matsalan ruwa ne ba mu da shi a yanzu a anguwanmu. Kai na gode masa Yusuf ko? Allah ya saka masa da alkhairi ya Allah ya dada masa buɗi ba bohol kaɗai ba ma ya taɓa kiran mu a bali mu yi wani shuwafi an koya mana sana'o'i an ba mu zannuwan daurawa. Ka ina gode masa, na gode ba Allah subhanahu wata'ala da ya bashi wannan mulki, Allah ya kara masa girma.
Kina fatan ya sake dawowa ko dai haka?
Ka ina so ya dawo ma yafi haka ma in Allah yafi haka ma nake so idan Allah ya buɗe, Allah ya bashi sa'a.
Welcome back, and you're still watching The Representative. This is the interview segment of the program, and I have here with me Senator Yusuf Abubakar Yusuf. He is representing Taraba Central Senatorial District and is a ranking senator in the Red Chambers. Distinguished, you're welcome to The Representative.
Thank you very much.
So let's start this way. You were born in Nguruje.
Yes.
Did I get it correct?
Yeah.
So tell us, what was growing up there like?
Well, it was a beautiful time. You know, it was in the early 60s or late 50s, early 60s, because I was born in the late 50s. And it was a nice, small village, you know, very peaceful village, very understanding, it's communal. You know, once you are a son or a child of one, you are a child of the whole community. So it was very beautiful, marvelous, and still missing that.
So how would you describe your people?
Honestly speaking, my people are quite, you know, are communal in nature. They are very, very understanding, and they are very disciplined people. You know, they insist that they must discipline every child, and like I said, a child is a child for the whole, and each and every elder there will discipline the child. So it was a just and fair, you know, community, or the Groja community that we are. Like I said, it's just a small village, you know, but very, very understanding, you know, our people. And that was what we were at that point in time.
You have an unassuming look. You have a quiet nature. One would expect that with the kind of look that you have, you won't be interested in politics. So what made you join politics, your interest?
Well, thank you very much. So many people ask me this question. And politics, like I say, is pervasive. And it is not, you know, written in anybody's face that politics is not for people who are quiet, or people are only, I mean, politics is only for people who are probably looking aggressive and what have you. No. It is a misunderstanding, you know, of politics. For me, politics is for everyone. Like I said, it's pervasive, it's ubiquitous. And that is it. I joined politics, you know, in 2014. I didn't join earlier than that, but I was part and parcel of so many processes that have passed through. Well, I joined politics for the simple reason we need to have, you know, some change, you know, in Taraba State, in the way the Taraba State, you know, was administered by the other political party, which I didn't like, and I didn't join it. So I had the opportunity, you know, of being merger of our political parties to form APC. And secondly, and then we have a big name there, you know, President Muhammad Buhari, you know, who I am already now developing what I call the Buhariya philosophy, you know, and he's one character that, you know, we should emulate, you know, in terms of integrity. And so with that kind of person, we think that, you know, hooray, it's time to join politics, and that's why I joined. I believe, you know, I'm a professional, and I think my people need some kind of, you know, direction, some kinds of advice, some kind of, well, Yusuf, you are there, why can't you be part and parcel of what is happening in Taraba State? So that's it.
And we're here today.
Yes, we are.
So how well do you know your people?
Very well.
In terms of interaction, how often do you go home?
I know my people very, very well. We talk very often. We discuss issues very, very often, because my representation is a representation of the people of our Taraba Central. I don't arrogate, you know, knowledge of Taraba Central to me alone. We arrogate, you know, to the whole people, you know, of Taraba Central. I call them very often. I say, look, this is what we are trying to do. You know, what do you think? And then this is what we are doing. This is the way I want you to look at it, like calming them down. You know, where there are some emergence of crisis. You know, so there are so many issues. My people are very close to me. I'm very, very close to them.
Let's start with education. What are your plans for your people?
Well, in education, first of all, let me tell you, when they asked President Muhammad Buhari what is he going to recommend for this country, he said education. They asked what, he said education. Again, he said education. So, and even, Moshood Abiola of blessed memory, when they asked him, they said, look, the cost of education that you are doing, it will be enormous. He said, okay, what is the cost of ignorance? Certainly, everything is education. And what I started with my bill on Federal College of Education, Mutumbiu, and is in the pipeline. We are going to go through the third reading, very soon, maybe next week, maybe upper week. It ought to have gone through long time ago. So I'm also working on a bill to make effective the law establishing, Federal Polytechnic Bali. So, and we have done also a lot of, promotion in the sense that, empowering, youth, providing some scholarships, to so many of them, even empowering, some of the schools, I think we built, computer centers in very many in schools. We have done, so many issues, to improve the education of my people.
How many local governments are under your central district?
Well, there are 5.
Okay, can we name them?
Well, we have, Gasol local government. We have, Bali local government.
Sadam.
We have Kurmi local government, and then we have Gashaka local government, and finally my own local government, where I'm a citizen of, is Sardana local government.
Okay. In terms of constituency projects, if you want to spread it, do you have a favorite?
No, I don't have specific favorites. What I look at, I look at area of demand, area of need, and that dictates, what I do, in terms of my own constituency, deliveries.
Where you're from, water is hard to come by, but we discovered that you'll be able to plant a borehole in each of the local governments or the area. So can you tell us how much you've done for your people in terms of water?
Well, in terms of water, yes, like you have observed, water is very, very scarce in Taraba Central, and we try to do, as much boreholes as we can. There's no local government which have not sunk, a few boreholes. I don't remember the exact number now, because if we are starting since 2015, up till now, yes, there are a lot of boreholes that we have sunk. Some we reactivated, some we sunk them, and I'm sure they have been, one way or the other, helping my people.
So the same thing with schools. Did it spread across? We saw some buildings, some school buildings. Does it spread across the whole government?
Yes, it does. We have done, in Gasol, where we renovated, some is it a primary school?
Nursery.
The nursery we have done so in Sardana local government, and I think Bali too, because in the area of Bali Polytechnics, I think we decided to do some computer a center there, and even in Kurmi, so we try to do and Gashaka as well. So we try to do the little that we can, within the resources that we have.
Infrastructure?
Well, infrastructure, yes. What we try to do in infrastructure is very little. What we did, is in terms of promoting what should be done in terms of infrastructure. I spend a lot of time on packaging, the Mambila hydroelectricity power, and we are still on it, and we are working on it, and it's taking, a big toll. If you observe, what we are trying to do is to make sure that, very, very soon, the Mr. President, will be invited, to go and do the breaking, of the project on the Mambila plateau.
As soon as it's done, when the president comes to commission it, will it bring development to your area?
Well, certainly, in the whole country, development is tied to how much power you are able to generate, how much power you are able to transmit, how much power you are able to distribute. So it's a big challenge, but, I think the executive side and the legislature, we are working so hard. So by Mambila, is a project of 3,050 megawatts, and it's a very, very big project. And made to understand when you scale projects in the world today, especially in the electricity side, the Mambila is number 100 in the world. So it's a gigantic project and it's going on well. We are working, with the executive side to look at. There are some few hiccups, but I don't think the hiccups are strong enough to deter, the taking off of the project. So it's going to employ about 75,000 people over a period of 6 years. And there's a lot of money that is going to be pumped into the local content. There's a local content law which says 30% of the cost of the project, is going to going to go into local content. So that will improve, the wealth and the value of our people. So we are working on that.
So on this segment, you get to speak with your people in your local dialects.
Well, the local dialects,
what you intend doing, what they should expect from you. In a nutshell, everything you said.
Well, in the nutshell, let me start with my own. Jama'a je Taraba Chakare, mi ɗo yalani, to on laari ɗo on faman, komin wontiri be komin waɗinta mon. Bana alkawal min hoosi, min jooɗay min huwina mon. Woodi ko ɓe wiyata ƙuduriji, waɗugo dokaji, min jooɗi. Min ɗo habda waɗugo bana min ɗo waɗa makaranta ha mutum biyu, min ɗo vo'itina makaranta je bali, min waɗi haala laabi, min waɗi bo haala Mambila hydro. So jama'aje sai on ɓedda muñal, min ɗo dow kuugal ɗo min waɗan wala fewre ha totton. Kala ko nafata leddi men pat, min jooɗay min dara min waɗi. So ngam mai to ni waɗay ni wakkati on waɗay, min ɗo dow mai. So wala bo ko hatta min waɗugo to Allah laamiɗo yardi. Jama'ar mutanen Taraba ta tsakiya, godiya muke da wannan dama da aka bamu. Muka zanna muna wasu kudurai, wannan makaranta ta mutum biyu da kuma wannan makaranta ta bali muna so mu gera, yadda yanayin ta yake. Da can an yi ta ne ba doka, yanzu muna kokari mu gera doka. Da kuma wasu hanyoyi da muka taimaka ake kokarin yi, da kuma wasu makarantu da muka gera, da kuma ita batu a Mambila hydro. Mutane da yawa suna cewa ai ƙarya ake yi, a tatsuniya ce. Wallahi ba tatsuniya ba ce. Kowa ya ce muku batun Mambila hydro, tatsuniya ce, ƙarya yake yi o ƙarya suke yi. Mu dai mun san mun tashi mun tsaya da mu da Baba Buhari, kan lallai mun tabbata za mu yi Mambila hydro. Sai ku ƙara haƙuri, muna kai kuma za a yi shi insha Allah nan ba da daɗewa ba. Makarantu muna taimaka musu. A wannan lokacin wannan cutar COVID da Allah kowa ya hankali da wannan protocol ɗin. Wataƙila a ga ba zuwa muke yi ba, koko zama da mutane ba ma so ne mu zo mu tara jama'a, wataƙila COVID ɗin ya zo ya yadu mu kawo mutane mu matsala. Ina tunanin lokacin da na dawo daga Ingila na ce zan yi ƙoƙari in zo wajen mazaɓana da sauransu, aka ce a ƙara in dakata da sauransu. So jama'a sai ku ƙara haƙuri, muna aiki kuma alkawari muka ɗauka za mu yi muku aiki, ba da wasa ba.
Yakare, thank you very much, sir, for coming on your representative.
Thank you, Mom.
Having the latest video game is cool, really cool. And candy's super cool. As kids, we want all the coolest things. Gorgeous dress, trendy shit. Mom, I want this. Dad, I want that. But guys, calm down. Being cool is cool. Why not hot like us? We are not us because of these trendy clothes. We are hot because we hold line in T-Pompey Kiddies Estate Abuja.
Good news to all parents. You too can give your kid a secure future by buying them land in the T-Pompey Kiddies Estate. From September to December, T-Pompey is giving kids the opportunity to own land in the Kiddies Estate Splash at unbeatable prices. Hurry now to 12 Monrovia Street, Usetu, Abuja, or call or visit www.tpompeyconcept.com. T-Pompey, the developer that cares.
And that's a wrap on Know Your Representative this week. You can watch missed episodes on our YouTube page, Mabase TV. Thanks for watching. I am Mariah Olashende. Stay safe.